Long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a king named Armin. King Armin was proud, not just of his palace and his treasures, but especially of his royal garden. It stretched for miles. Marble fountains sparkled, rare flowers bloomed from distant lands, and tall hedges were trimmed into the shapes of animals and crowns. The king believed his garden was the most beautiful in the world. One morning, as he walked proudly with his courtiers, he asked, "Tell me, is there a garden more beautiful than mine?" The courtiers looked uneasy. Finally, one whispered, "Your Majesty, there is a humble gardener named Haroun. The people say his small garden shines with a beauty that cannot be described." The king's pride burned. "A common gardener?" he shouted. "Impossible! I will see it myself." The next morning, disguised in plain clothes, the king went to the edge of the city. There, behind a small cottage, he saw the garden. It was small, no fountains, no statues, but it was alive. Sunflowers turned their faces to the sky. Roses swayed gently in the wind. Fruit trees bowed under the weight of oranges and figs. Birds sang, bees danced. At the center stood Haroun, a simple man with rough hands and patched clothes, yet his face glowed with peace as he cared for the plants. A little girl ran to him with a broken pot. "Uncle Haroun, can you help me?" Haroun smiled, knelt down, and gently planted a new seedling. "Don't worry, little one," he said softly. "With love, it will grow again." The child's eyes shone with joy. She hugged him and ran off happily. The king frowned. "This small place, more beautiful than mine?" Revealing himself, he declared, "I am King Armin, and I challenge you. Plant a seed, and I will do the same. In 3 months, we will see whose flower is greater." The king chose the rarest seed. He placed it in golden soil and ordered his servants to water it daily. But Haroun planted a simple seed in plain earth and cared for it with his own hands. Every day he watered it gently, spoke to it kindly, as if it were alive. 3 months passed. The king's flower grew tall and golden, but its petals were stiff, lifeless. Haroun's flower was small, but its colors glowed and its fragrance filled the air. The day of judgment arrived. A crowd gathered in the palace courtyard. The king stood proudly with his golden flower. The people admired it. Then Haroun stepped forward with his clay pot, a modest flower, yet radiant and full of life. The fragrance spread through the air, and the crowd gasped in wonder. Slowly, they clapped, not for the king, but for the gardener. The king cried out, "Why do you cheer for his flower?" An old woman stepped forward and said, "Because his flower carries love, and we can feel it." The king fell silent. He looked at the gardener's flower again and bowed his head. "Your garden is small, but its beauty is greater than mine, for it was grown with love. I see now true beauty cannot be bought with gold. It must be nurtured with care." From that day on, the king's garden changed. Children played among the flowers. Villagers walked freely inside, and the gardeners worked with love, not orders. The king himself often walked there humbly, no longer with pride, but with peace. Moral of the story? True beauty does not come from wealth or pride. It grows from love, care, and humility.